Hello everyone! Tonight we are making my Savoy kale salad that my sister and a few other friends have asked me for. I made it originally for midsummer last year and it became so popular that I made it both for Christmas and New Year's Eve this year. So yeah, it's not only one of my favorites, but apparently it's popular but with everyone else also. So what do we need? I'll show you. So we will be using half a head of Savoy cabbage and 1/3 or 1/4 of a head of Pointy Cabbage. We'll be using some spring onions. These could be substituted for some other mild onion like silver onions or something like that if you want to, but I find spring onions to be the most interesting ones. And we'll be using some tomatoes, which we'll be quartering and throwing into the salad. And yeah, the wet part comes later, but we will start by running these through my new mandolin, which I bought yesterday, and I have set it to 3 millimeters, which is the ideal for cabbage. And yeah, I'll get back to you once that's done. And as I just realized, I'm not cooking for 16 people this time. I only ended up using about half the Savoy cabbage. But this is what it looks like when you've shredded it. And this is the exact sort of level of shredding that you want. So, okay, on to using about half of the Pointy Cabbage. There we go. I'm not sure it comes through on camera, but here is the Savoy cabbage. Here's the Pointy cabbage. And yeah, you want about 2/3, 1/3. So now I'm just gonna run through the spring onions, through the mandolin also, that can go on like 5 millimeters, and then I'm just gonna toss it all together, and I'll be back. So everything is chopped up. I have manually mixed it around a little. I left a little of the spring onions on top just for you to see. Now on to the wet stuff. We're going to be using oil. We're going to be using some Japanese soy, some light soy, not the dark soy because it'll stain the vegetables, and some lemon juice. We don't add the tomatoes until we are ready to serve the salad. So, because the tomatoes will go very soggy overnight if you leave them with an emulsifier like the mayonnaise. And as you will see in the recipe, we don't use a lot of mayonnaise. It's really just a couple of tablespoons. We are not making coleslaw here. We are making a salad, but they will help soften the kale a bit and make for a nicer eating experience. So I've blended all the wet stuff together, and now I'm going to use some spices. I will be adding some tomato and herb because I really think it goes very well with the salad on its own. And since I don't have any fresh basil at home, I'm going to be using dried basil. That is decidedly less good than using the proper fresh ones. If you can get that from the supermarket, absolutely get that. I just forgot that. And when you're ready to serve it, you just add some quartered cocktail tomatoes, and a few minutes before you're serving, you go over it with some flaky sea salt, and there we are. Lovely. And there we are. It's literally as easy as that. It's a very basic salad, but if you let this stay in the fridge for like 3 hours or overnight, it's an amazingly lovely addition to any meal. We had it with sirloin, we had it with fish, we had it with the Christmas ham. It worked really well with that. Potato gratin, whatever. If you're making this in summer to go with like grilled meats at a barbecue or something, I would recommend adding some black garlic seasoning to this. If you want a more savory salad, you could absolutely add some stock powder, like veggie stock powder to this. It will also add to the flavor a lot. So yeah, have fun with this. It's a really, really easy salad to make, and I can tell you, yeah, it's probably the thing I've made that most people have asked to have again. So, yeah, there we go. Have fun.